Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jane, not Jeanette or Janet. I think it's going to be a long video because this is a certainly memorable trip that I had back in 2019. I know, yeah, it's 2019 and I just get to finish it finally now in 2023. And it's only one insert from Traveler's Company. I'm gonna share with you my honest opinion of making a travel journal because I honestly think it's not for everyone because there's actually a lot of process but it really depends on how that each person actually want to make theirs. Because for mine, I actually collect too many junks obviously from the trip. Like, not junks, they're like ephemerals, like used tickets, flight tickets, food packaging and all that. And I took a lot of photos because, well, I'm a photographer, so I do really take a lot of photos. And yeah, I think I realized my travel journal or a scrapbook is more like a photo album but in a manual way. Well, I actually compiled all this back during the first year of COVID. This whole trip was actually taken on it happened on 2019, but I only compiled it during 2020, and I finished off the details in 2023. So I wrote the note here to remind myself that this is actually after the trip, after so many years. So for you guys, like for everyone who would like to try making a travel journal, yes, you can actually go back many years ago and make a travel journal with the photos that you have taken. Or I'm sure that a lot of people wanted to do it, but then they just compile everything and put aside, which obviously I did it as well. Somewhere on, I think, July 28th, I was actually on a job to cover a wedding assignment in Johor, which is somewhere in Malaysia. And it's a few hours drive distance, but I took a flight there. And after the wedding, a full wedding that day, the next day, I took a flight back to Kuala Lumpur airport to catch another fly to Hong Kong just to attend an event on that day. And I think on that day, there was like a rally going on in Hong Kong. But I did not actually went out because I was just from the airport and took a train directly to the event underground, and then attended the event. And I managed to meet up many Traveler's Notebook user from Hong Kong. Very nice meeting up with everyone, and I did a little flip here. I actually wrote a lot of stuff because a lot of things happened on this day. And on the same day, I was so crazy that I actually took a same flight back on the same day back to Malaysia, my hometown, which is like a few hours flight. And I actually arrived in my country in the middle of the night, like probably like 2 something. I don't remember what time. And then I took a taxi with Grab, and sadly I don't know how to say this, I was involved in a car accident. And I was sitting behind and I wasn't on my seatbelts. And yeah, thankfully nothing serious happened, but I could share a picture of that accident in this video here. After the accident, thankfully both of us was okay. Just the car was like really bad. And I was like totally very calm on that day. I was also totally tired and excited because the day before I shot a whole wedding full day. And then on the next day, I've flown to Hong Kong to attend the event, meeting everyone else. And I took a lot of photos from that event as well. And then at night, I was in a car accident. And I was very calm on that day when that incident happened. And yeah, this is just a flyer that Ken actually gave out, like a zine. I think he made a zine, which is very cute. And yeah, I actually wrote here, like, I don't know, it's very crazy because But then I don't know how am I gonna process the whole feeling here, because I was very happy and excited, and then at night it just happened like that. You know, when after that thing happened, I actually took another Grab, another kind of like a cab back home. It was already like 4 a.m., 3 something or 4 a.m., and I was like literally like crying when I sleep, try to sleep. I don't know. Like it happened, like when it happened, I was not crying. I was just very calm. And then anyway, I cried and I did not really sleep very well. And the next day, I had to, in the morning, I need to meet up with another client. And then because I have another wedding assignment, which is another few hours drive away, which sadly I couldn't postpone. And we did another like around 2 days photo shoot. Well, it was like a crazy experience. So I couldn't go to the hospital because I have a job. And well, after the assignment was done, back to Kuala Lumpur, to my city back home, I went to the hospital to check on my neck because I was feeling very, very sore, and turned out it was just, I had like a little whiplash thing. So my neck is like, kind of like when the accident happened, I kind of like rush forward because I didn't have a seatbelt. But anyway, I was very thankful on that day, like it did not end up badly, because like after the accident, I had another 2-3 weeks time for me, as I have another long trip planned, flights bought, everything, hotel, everything was done, that I need to go to Europe, which is crazy because if that accident was really bad, all this whole trip would not happen. So the first place I flew is from Kuala Lumpur to Abu Dhabi, and I flew to Paris. So these are the tickets that I have kept, and as well as the baggage, obviously. So if you are starting out to start a travel journal, yeah, these are things that you can keep instead of removing it or just throw it away. I got the SIM card for myself, the international roaming SIM card. So I even kept this. To make travel journal, you can't really plan what your layout is, because like all these things obviously are so big. There's so many ways of making a travel journal. Like some they would actually draw and watercolor. Well, for me, I do not know how to draw. I do not know how to use a watercolor properly. So these are the things that I did back in 2019, collecting more junks in my journal, which end up so fat and chunky. But yeah, so this is the image that I took when I arrived there in my first location, because I were to meet another couple that was in France, and I was supposed to cover their wedding. But before the wedding start, I actually went to walk around, and I went to a cafe here. Yeah, I wrote here. So it's very nice to go back all this memories that I had. That this is the photo of the plant. It was a very nice sight right in front of me. I don't know what plant. It's a tree with a lot of yellow flowery thing, where I took a shot with my film camera. I remember that I was carrying a lot of things, so it is best to travel light. I mean, as in stationery, bring only the essentials that you need, like a fill pen, a glue would be nice, a glue stick would be nice because you paste a lot of things if you're like me. And I brought a printer as well, like a small camera printer, but turned out that I didn't really use a lot because I don't think I have the time to journal when I was traveling, as well as meeting clients while on a shoot and all that. So it's very hard for me to actually journal on the same time when I was traveling. So yeah, this is the thing about making a travel journal. You're gonna plan well. If you really want to sit down to journal on the spot in that location, it is best to plan ahead. Like obviously you will need to go places like me. I took a lot of photos. Like even this is a pickup. This is a real leaf that I pick up from the right outside of this garden. So I find it's very nice because we don't really have this in my country. I don't know what's this, but I think it's nice. It would be nice on my book. And I remember I had like all these eyes looking at me when I picked this up and then I just slot it in my book. People were just looking at me, what is she doing? Why is she like collecting trash and slide it in her book? But yeah, I don't really care what they think. Well, because I'm a tourist. I was traveling alone, by the way. And yeah, this is the auditorium that I went. What's the name? Let me check. I wrote it somewhere. I don't even remember. Obviously, this is a train station ticket that I had to buy. Oh, I was in Paris to get a train to a place called Blois, Blois. Yeah, it was actually a fun experience to actually walk walk into the train station and searching for that machine, because everything was in their language, obviously, where I need to change to English and looking for the English button. And yeah, everything was just done smoothly. It's not that hard to me. And this is my bride of the day, Michelle. She was actually working hard, like right a day before the wedding. She was working on a laptop. So this photo was actually taken with my film camera on that day. And this, I even kept their wedding invitation paper card. I love the wedding. It was so different because it's actually my first time to shoot a wedding directly in France. So these are the shots that I take from my DSLR. And I actually printed this photo with my printer at home after the trip. No, I'm just very happy that I get to meet someone like Michelle and Grant. And this is their family photo, which I think is very cute. And this is the place of the wedding venue. And this is that night. Everyone was so crazy. And I realized, I mean, maybe to you is normal, but we back in my country, we hardly drink coffee after dessert. We usually start it like before our breakfast, like we have coffee first instead of after dessert, because we think that we can't sleep after that, having too much caffeine. But in Paris, it was different. In France, it was different, where after dessert, everyone was having coffee. And I remember I worked very late that night, probably like 1 a.m. and everyone was having coffee and dancing. Well, there's alcohol as well. But then I remember how the aroma of the coffee smell on that night. But then I was so tired, I need to go to sleep, so I couldn't take a sip or something. So yeah, I wrote like my notes of that day. That's really nice. This is the venue, Manoir de Clanort. I don't know how to pronounce it, but so after the wedding, I actually like kind of walk a bit like on my own. And I took a flight to, let me see, I took a flight to Amsterdam to meet up with another couple for another photo shoot session. And yeah, I was in Tesco buying some stuff, and this is the paper wrap packaging that I got from Tesco. I think this is crazy because we have Tesco as well. We have Tesco as well, just that the paper bag is different. We don't have this, so I think it's kind of special because I don't know, I just cut it off and keep it here. And this, as well as the ticket that I got. And yeah, if you realize that travel journal doesn't mean you need to write a lot. It doesn't mean like you need to write. You can even leave it empty, like me. Like I don't really write a lot. I just write summary of the day or even a quote. So it's completely up to you, whatever ways that you're comfortable with. And when I meet up Ellen and Bella, well, Ellen is a friend, kind of like a close friend. And we did a photo shoot here, which is very, very nice. I love Amsterdam. Everyone is so chill. This is my film shot, and this is the, well, you know what is it? Ellen insisted to try this, and this is one shot of that photo that we took of them together. And this is obviously when I arrived, I bought a 2-day train travel ticket, and I pasted here like because I didn't want to throw it. Well, yeah, I got this souvenir, like I bought it right in Amsterdam. Sometimes you can get it free if you like search for it. But I think I bought it at the souvenir shop. So this is the photo that I took when I arrived with my luggage here. And I wrote a note here, find your passion, because yeah, this is my passion, travel, photography, and making journals. Yeah, that's what I do. And this is actually a business card, which I think is so cute. How did it make such a cute egg business card? And what I wrote here is, and this is a map, a very big map. So the thing is, all these are free map. You can get it from the bus station, travel or train station, or the tourist area. But then sometimes when you collect it too much, it gets really, really chunky in your book. So you need to like know which part that you want to cut out, which part you want to remove. So just remove it, because you're gonna carry a lot of weight in your bag. Like if you're holding that everything, like you have a camera, you have journals, you have stationery and pencil and all that in your bag on the same day while you were traveling. So it's gonna cost you a lot of weight. And if you even keep in your travel luggage, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of weight. So remove whatever that you don't need and only keep those that you need. Like for instance, this trip, like this whole Euro trip for me, it actually took like around 1 month time. I was away for about 1 month. Can you imagine if I don't discard whatever that I don't need? I would collect too many things in my luggage, and I always end up too many things to do, too many things to journal after the trip, which I find it was kind of hard, which is why I only did this in this year, finish it, because I realized like you really need to spend time. It would be nice to just journal on the spot if you can, because you have more tasks after the trip. So this is a note that I wrote here, like this image. I took this image of this cafe owner when I was there in Amsterdam. And this is the coffee I had that he made. And yeah, I think he's very good looking. Like, and I asked him like, can I take a photo of you? And he said, sure. Like, how? I was like, yay, please come here and just pose casually. And he's very nice, and he let me capture his photo. So this is that image. I don't remember what's the name of the cafe. I remember speaking with him on Instagram many years back, but I just can't remember his username anymore. If you know who is this guy, let me know. And this is like a little, even, you know, like this should be like, when you buy souvenirs, they give you like a bag, which I think this is so cute, you see? You have this little small Amsterdam illustration. I think it's so cute. Like, I couldn't throw it off, but I kind of make way to put more stuff in here. Like there, more maps. I think it's a train station map. Yeah, more maps in here, which is crazy. So these are kind of like ephemerals, because you don't know, like I got this on 2019, so they probably changed a new one right now. So it's gonna look different. After Amsterdam, after the photo session with Bella and Ellen, I went to Copenhagen, and I had my first meal here. I remember, yeah. I wrote here, ordered the wrong food, mussels, and I had to finish alone because I didn't like it. I'm not really a fan of mussel. I mean, when I ordered from the menu, I have no idea it's a mussel. I just kind of pick because it was not. I don't know. I think it wasn't in English, or I have no idea. I just picked one and it came out like this, and it was such a huge bowl, and I had to finish it by myself. Well, I think I tried, but I couldn't finish it. So this is, I think I had this meal here, maybe, if I'm not wrong. Oh, I don't know. So this is my flight ticket to Copenhagen. Me walking around all this cafe. I really like this shot. Like, I love taking street shots with my film camera, and it always turn out great. I have no idea. Perhaps it's the weather there. It's so much better than photographing in Malaysia. I realize the sky is so much bluer there. Here is just sad. So yeah, oh, when I was there, it's actually the Pride week. So I get a lot of Pride souvenirs. And yeah, this is the place that I went. This is the place, Atelier Seb. Whenever, if you are in Copenhagen, you must visit this place called Atelier Seb. September, maybe? In September. So I took a shot here and I had my breakfast here. I think it's like the traditional breakfast. I have no idea. But I was like guessing how do I eat this with the egg like this. So, but yeah, and I remember I was sitting here like looking around, how do I eat this? You know, I need to like crack the egg. I almost want to do it in a Malaysian way where you eat soft boiled egg. If any Malaysian here, you know how to eat Malaysian egg, right? I mean, Malaysian soft boiled egg, right? You just take it and crack it in half, and then you put soy sauce or whatever. But this is Copenhagen. They do not eat like that. I almost want to do that. Which, if I do that, it will be so embarrassing because I actually like look around like, how do you guys actually eat this egg? But then yeah, so apparently you need to like just knock it and eat whatever that's from the egg itself. Yeah, I know you guys, you probably know how to do it. I think London do it this well as well. But yeah, I wrote a message here, and these are all the tickets, photos I took out from my airplane when I was flying. And then I meet up with a different couple at Copenhagen, which is Jane and Casey. Yeah, her name is Jane as well. So, but then I think she has a Chinese name called Wan Jing. So I'm gonna name her Wan Jing and Casey. We had a very nice dinner at this place at Copenhagen. It's called the Pescatarian, and we had a very nice meal here. I wrote here that I want to go back again. Yes, definitely, I want to go back there. So my sticker is falling out, like it's not sticky anymore. So I definitely want to go back there, Copenhagen. This is a free postcard that I got from the cafe earlier called the Atelier Sap. And I make use of whatever I collected. Like, it's supposed to be empty, where I kind of like fill up with whatever thoughts that I have, and photos in here, and more map flipping of Copenhagen. And yeah, there's so many maps. Wow. Oh, there's like a 3-page map. I love it. I love it. I don't know. Although I don't remember the place, but I love it. And I was walking around after that. This is the train card from Copenhagen. I kind of make like a little pocket with the magazine cut out here, and I had this alone. I remember it's like a open play thing where everyone have it in Copenhagen. Yeah, it was. I think it's nice. And this is the pride. It's supposed to be on your wrist. As I was saying, they were having a Pride month on that month that when I was there, August. So I kind of I bought this. I bought this from the souvenir. No, I think it was like a convenience store. I bought it and put it in here. Like, I don't know, it looks like a bookmark now, and it's kind of cool. So I remember that I was kind of like into plant phase during that few months, and I was looking at a lot of plants when I was in Europe, and I was amazed like how sorry guys this is very annoying. I was amazed how good the plant there is. And so after Copenhagen, me and Wanjing and Casey, we flew to Faroe Islands for another photo session, which I am very grateful for, because without them I wouldn't be traveling so far.
This summer I'll be by your side. A wonder that you can't describe. How long will you wait for me? I want you to see what I see. I see you. How I see you.
I've been wanting to travel more, get more destination couples. They are Malaysian, but they don't mind to travel, and Faroe Islands is not near. Okay, not a lot of couple will actually do that. I mean local couples, but I am very thankful that I met the right couple who actually don't mind to travel with me. Again, flight luggage, and this is the car that Casey actually rented. I took a picture of it, and I really like this page. Let's take a moment to look at this page, because so if you notice, this Atlantic's Airway, you know, this paper blue thing here, this is actually from the airline. I wrote here, this paper is from the airline. Puke paper bag. Do you know what I mean? So this is the paper bag where they put in seats, every seats, in case for anyone who wanted to puke. So I actually kept this to make it as a background. And you know what? Because it's Atlantic Airways, how often can I even sit this airline to Faroe Islands? Even this image I did not take. That is not me, obviously, but this image is actually from so I wrote here, this is a cutout paper from the Planes magazine, stolen, haha. You know, where they also put magazines, their local magazine, behind their seats. So yeah, I got one back because it was just filled with a lot of nice photos in that magazine, and I kind of took everything and brought it back for me to journal. So it's free, guys. So this is a thing we do, as if you want to make a travel journal and you didn't want to like take picture, you know, this is just nice. Like, but this is not free. I got it from the souvenir shop when I was there in Faroe Islands, and this is obviously my own sticker that I stick after I came back from the trip, because I think it suits the whole team, because we actually did some hiking for the photo session, which I will share. Yeah, more cut out from the Plain magazine. And I actually went to this place, Saxon, Saksun, and this is from the magazine as well. And more little pockets here. Like we had food here, and we had beer here, business card, and this is my flight ticket. Obviously, it has already faded, but I'm still keeping it. This video is gonna be super long, guys. I wrote here, how do I end up here? So that's me taking a selfie of myself with my camera. The weather in Faroe Islands is so amazing. I love it. I love cold places. I love gloomy places. I don't know why. I think because in Malaysia, I come from the summer country. Everything is just summer, so we don't have gloomy spot. So I was here. So I wrote here, Jane was here. And the name of this place called Casa Dalor. It was like super magical. This is the first place we went when we arrived. And I remember when we touched down, I did not really have my meal. And I actually had like a bread bought from, I think, Copenhagen. So I was eating there. I remember one Jane actually told me like, go ahead, you can eat your stuff. So she actually took a video of me eating while walking near here, actually here. So this is the view, the scenic view. And I was here. Everyone was here. There's a few tourists as well. And it was nice. I think I was so happy. I was very tired and a bit, do I still have jet lag? I don't think I do, but it was very cold. It was very cold, but I love it. I love it. I love cold. More cutouts and postcard. This postcard is actually from a local Taiwanese, not local, I mean from a Taiwanese artist. She made a series of Faroe Islands postcard. So I actually bought it, and this is one of it where I actually kept it here, and I wrote, to wander is to be alive, or to wander is to be alive. So I love this. So I totally skipped this. This is a postcard of Saxon. We were there, and I actually wrote myself a postcard and sent it back. Obviously, I have already blocked out my old address, home address. So I actually sent it back to myself. So this is where I keep it. Which I find, yeah, this is a thing I do. Like sometimes I would write postcard back. And this is, I staple this up with a stapler. It's so funny when I was saying this, like a stapler that doesn't need any bullet stapling it. Like, you get what I mean? Like, it's a Japanese product. You don't really need, oh, wait. There's a map here, which I totally forgot. So I wrote here, open. Yeah, there's a map here, which is kind of nice. This is the whole Faroe Island map. And I think I was just at the main area. Here, I was here. Was I here? Yeah, I think I was here. We didn't really go everywhere because I was only with the couple, Wanjing and Casey, for a few days, and after that I extended the trip by myself, traveling around. But I couldn't go far because I don't have a car, because Wanjing need to return the car. But yeah, this is the main capital. I remember that I was there. I was staying in the main capital after they left. And this is the same cutout from the magazine. Life is way too short to spend another day at war with yourself. So this is a sticker that I got from Pinterest, which I printed by myself. So I was really happy here. I think I had a lot of me time here, journaling, walking around by myself, taking pictures, and I was very happy being here. And this is the souvenir from the trip. I really like this photo that I captured with my film camera again. This whole thing is like a pocket, which I obviously even kept the shilling, the coins from the trip. because these are the only coins I left. But anyway, yeah, I think this is very nice. I think this is very nice. I even had all this like stickers from the souvenir shop. This is Faroe Islands flag and local newspaper, which I think this is super amazing. And I like what it says. Faroe Islands set to become an even more expensive travel destination. Yes, I think it is very expensive.
Close your eyes, get out of your skin. Only this matters, let it in.
This is a very nice shot that I took of Wanjing here when we did a very long hike here to take photos here, and they actually changed to their wedding gown and took an image here. I was feeling very, very grateful to be here. Like, I don't know what to say. And yeah, they're just so cute together. This is all of the image that I've taken. And guess what? So I think in 2022, was it last year? I don't know, I don't remember when, maybe 2021. We actually came out to meet for a lunch and they already had a baby. They told me the baby is actually made from Faroe. So I would call it the Faroe's baby. And yeah, it was very nice to meet them after the whole trip ended. So I was very happy. And we did a little jump shot here, which I think, yeah, everyone was so in a holiday mood, which is why the photo shoot turned out successful. Yeah, I was in a very good mood as well. Everyone was just in a good mood. Like, yeah, we went to this very quiet, homey place. I don't remember where, but I think I have pinned the spot in my Google Maps. But we were in this very quiet street in Faroe Islands, and I kind of asked them to read letters to each other, and they did it. So the photos turned out really well. I actually did a vlog. Yeah, a vlog, and you can share it. You can watch the video. It's not great, like it's just quiet. I didn't really do a lot much of editing, but yeah, you can watch the whole process there, and even their photos taken. And I love this. I love this. More free cutouts from the magazine. This is from the airline. I mean, the magazine that they put behind the seats, which I really like. I think it's so cool. I think it's so cool. So I even wrote here like open. But yeah, the true thing about, if you want me to be honest about making a travel journal, it's not for everyone really. Like it's a lot of planning. I would suggest that you do it on the spot so that you don't need to do it after that. But for me, because I took a lot of film photograph where I need to send the film, the negative, to be developed when I come back after the whole trip ended. So I remember when I do this, when I was there, I actually left a lot of blank page in between so that I could slot in photos and all that. So it was done after the trip. Yeah, it was done after the trip. So, and after Casey and Wanjing left, I don't know how to say this. What are the odds? Because I meet up with Kit and Wan, who is also in Faroe Island. which I have photographed them many years back when in Malaysia in Sekichan. So you know what, when I shoot, I try to shoot based on a theme, like back in the days. What I know about Kit and One is they love backpacking and travel. So we did a photo session many years back in Malaysia based on a backpacking trip. So I remember when I arrived in Faroe Islands airport, I bumped into them. What are the odds? They are Malaysian and we are Malaysian. What are odds to actually bump to each other in Faroe Islands airport? So yeah, in that airport, I said like, okay, we're gonna meet like after I told them that I have an assignment with another couple here, so I'm free after that. So after Wanjing and Casey left, all of us obviously meet up and we went for a hike. The same place where I went with Casey and Wanjing, but this time it's like the same theme, backpacking, but they have a kid this time, like carrying their kid on his back, father's like, I don't know, it's like amazing to me because what are the odds? And I was there traveling with them for that day. And this is the old photos that I took, and these are the ones in Faroe Islands. You see that? And yeah, after that, I flew back to here. I flew to Edinburgh to meet up Bella and Ellen again for another session where we actually photographed in Amsterdam. It's the same couple. So we meet up in Edinburgh, Scotland, and we took some pictures there. So, but then sadly, in 2023, what I heard is that both of them actually break off, so they are not together anymore. But it's okay. I think this trip is super crazy because although I photographed so many couples, like things like there's a lot of amazing story in here for me. And after Edinburgh, I went to London to meet up with a different couple. But before meeting up with them, before my assignment start, I actually walk around at the local market. And this is the receipt that I got. Like, I went to Ted Baker and bought wallets for my family as a souvenir. So this is the receipt that I got. I took a train directly from Edinburgh to London terminals, which I think is nice. I think it's nice. I love it. So I met up with a couple, Christine and Scott. Here, we actually went to a museum and take photo of them. And Christine and Scott are actually a fan of eating with food. So it's nice to be around with them because I get to eat a lot as well. So we went to this place called Eggslut in London. And yeah, it was such a memorable experience to able to travel with them and taking photographs at the same time. And this is the local flea market that I went. I think it was like a plant flea market. It was super far away. I remember I was traveling all the way there. But it was nice because I don't get to see tourists there except the local people. And yeah, and I went to a cafe around there. I remember I was actually looking at a lot of plants during that time, and I bought this vase that actually put to propagate avocado seeds. Sadly, I broke it when I was moving to my new house here. So, but then these are all the business cards that I got from the market. And this is obviously the flyer that they gave out, which I think is very nice. And, oh yeah, fun fact about in London is I get to meet up with some journal friends. They're here. We actually journal, we meet up. This is the day, August 29. This is such, oh my god, this is, looking at it now, I think this is so precious. So I did not make this, but one of them made this and gave it to me. I remember this meetup was totally random, and one of them actually arranged for this meetup, say to me, and then I said, okay, let's meet up. So I just showed up with my journal, that's all. But they, each of them actually gave me gifts. I don't know, like, why do you want to give me gifts? I end up with bringing a lot of gifts back. But yeah, it was really a bit, I don't know, it was so overwhelmed because I'm not very close and they gave me a bunch of gifts. Like, why? But thank you. But I did not give them anything at all because I'm obviously traveling. Why would I carry so many things? But thank you, guys. Thank you, ladies. This is the photo that we took. Like, it's cute. And before I was having, before the whole trip ended, flying back to Malaysia, I was having like homesick. I went to this local place. I mean, apparently it's a Malaysian cafeteria that was in London that serves Malaysian food. So I went there and have some Malaysian food. So, but I was very happy like on this day. I was very tired as well. I don't know, I began to have like homesick. So traveling 1 month is enough for me. I cannot go longer than that. And yeah, I also went this place called Satay House, a restaurant which they serve amazing food. I think it's nice if you like Malaysian food and you want to try it, or you haven't had it, you can try it in London. It's called Satay House. And these are the clothes label that I went on behalf of my husband because he wanted me to get some clothes there. And this is the page. All of a sudden, it became like an art journal. If you look closely, whoa. If you look closely, this tool is actually my flight ticket. Can you see that? It's actually my flight ticket where I kind of paste it as a background and then I wrote a bunch of stuff here. I don't know. Like I said, they said I must not share my flight tickets details. Well, yeah, like they could actually, I heard like if you share stuff like code, they could actually find out your flight and all that. But yeah, which is why I kind of block it. So these are done with the color pencil that I got. This is just marker pen. Yeah, it became, all of a sudden it just became, this is done just like 2 days ago. So Philia, I love the Philia, and I took an image of this with my film camera Leica M6, and I wrote here, find connection you can rely on no matter your location. I was focusing so much on plants in this Europe trip, yeah, because after this whole thing ended, I was in the end, the lockdown happened. After this whole trip, it began, I mean, they started like earlier of 2020, right? So I was locked down at home, and during that time I planted a lot of new plants in my house. It was crazy because I even did a workshop about growing plants. It was crazy. And yeah, this is another cutout from the magazine. So I wrote here, it is all part of the process. Please ignore this wrong spelling. So this is one of the view from Faroe Islands, which obviously I did not go to this place, but I really liked the photo and I decided to keep it. And there's more here. This is the last page. Hello Faroe Islands, I will come back to you again. Yeah, I want to go back there. Right? Can you guys please get me there? So that's all here. So this is the last, I think this is the last luggage sticker that I got. And even this. So not every map collectibles that you have collected are cuttable. Like for instance, this is a very, very big map that I did not want to cut or tear. So I kind of like keep everything, like a whole piece of it. So in here, because see what I like, because it says map 2019. So they're gonna have every year in a different map, so this is very special to me. And yeah, I think that's all. So in conclusion, if you want to start a travel journal, I would say go simple as you can, like bring real little stuff, and obviously a book, a travel journal, an empty travel journal, whatever that you're comfortable with, and just go free. So this is the thing. It's definitely not easy. Like for me, I took so many years to complete this. And I wish you luck if you're actually making one. And yeah, that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching this video. Bye.